Hello, MTS Recruit. My name is Nathan, and I'm in my first year of doing MTS at my church, which we're in now, called Grace Church Christian Church in Kogarah. One of the reasons why I decided to do MTS is because another trainee explains why he was doing it, and he mentioned the passage in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58, that our labor in the Lord is not in vain. And I thought that was really encouraging, knowing that that Christ has the victory and that, therefore we can labor and work for him with our lives. And it's actually labor that's not wasted because work for Christ is always worth it. One of the challenges that I faced was my parents. My dad was all for it, all for me doing the MTS and doing full-time ministry. But my mom was like, oh, like you should just like be a Christian on the side or like just do it as a volunteer, but not as your main job. Let other people do that. But what was helpful was that she goes to my old church at the moment, and they just started having the MTS program at that church this year as well. So she already got to hear about MTS and what it was about. MTS has had its hard moments. However, it's also had its really joyful moments and exciting moments. And one of those was when someone came to one of our community events that we ran, like a board game and table tennis event. And he actually came a week early. So he joined our church dinner. He got to meet us Christians, and he's a non-Christian from the area. And he just was surprised at how welcoming we were as Christians and how loving we were. And he felt heard and loved. So then he started to come to our Sundays and our Bible studies, and now I'm reading the Bible one-to-one with him. And that's really exciting. We're going to read the Bible now from Revelation 21, verse 1 to 8. Revelation 21, verse 1 to 8. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Then he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." He said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty I will give water without cost from the spring of the water of life. Those who are victorious will inherit all this, and I will be their God, and they will be my children. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death." Thanks, MTS Recruit. Goodbye.